when you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up, oh, even your darkest night. You just call out my name, you know, wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call. You said I'll be there, yes I will. Ain't it good to know that you got a friend? People can be so, so cold. They'll hurt you and they'll desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them, no, no.
You just call out my name.
You just call out my name.
Sing along, you guys. You know this
Hey,
song.
know, wherever I am, I'll come running.
Yes, I would.
I'll come running just to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall,
All you gotta do is call.
all you gotta do is call. You said I'll be there, yes I will. And I'll be there, yes I will. And I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend.
Yes, you do.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday.
That is Jason Goldstein, our very own Jason Goldstein. Let's give him some more love. And you've got a friend here. You definitely have a friend here. Welcome to the Super Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills. My name is Andrea Recht. I'm a practitioner here, and I am going to be your guest speaker for the day. So I'm happy you're all here. I'm happy to be here. And we like to start our services with this wonderful ceremony that we call lighting the flames of faith. So the invitation, if you would like, is to, I love that Keith Cox invites us to do this, to hear these traditions and this ceremony as if you're hearing it for the very first time. We perform this every week to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all faiths, and all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today by means of this ceremony. So I didn't introduce Reverend Kathy, but this is Reverend Kathy, and as she lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. Kathy's lighting the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. The fourth candle is lit for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. As Reverend Kathy lights the sixth candle, it's for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. The eighth candle is lit for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. The 10th candle is lit for all of those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in and as their lives, and for the space that we hold for them here in our sanctuary, at our super center, and within our own hearts. And as Reverend Kathy lights the healing candle, we invite you to please place silently into the light the names of anyone that you wish to experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
There is one flame that burns in our hearts. There is one light that shines through our love. We light this flame with faith. Light this flame with faith. We find this light within our own soul. There is one flame, one light within.
So join me, please, as we take a breath. Just breathing in all this love in the world as I speak in the first person for everyone here and online, declaring how grateful I am to be here at this beautiful Center for Spiritual Living. And as I recognize this one flame, this one life, which is God's life and our life and everyone's life right now, that flame of love. And I know because the presence of God is everywhere and God is all that there is, I live and breathe that flame of God's love. And I declare that this service today is a perfect and complete idea in the mind of God. God's love expresses through Andrea as she talks about our topic of doubt. And I know God is expressing through everyone here, every single person. As I feel the presence of God, I embody the presence of God, and feeling that divine love, knowing that as I emanate that love, I am experiencing in my life. So with deep gratitude, deep abounding gratitude, I release my word to the law. I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is. Good morning, everyone. If you haven't met me, I'm Kathy Lyons, one of the staff ministers here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and I specialize in animal kinship. And this morning, I'm going to talk about, I had a birthday last week, and what I found is that it was a very joyful birthday. I had lunch with a couple of good friends. But what I realized, though, I was still thinking about this idea that I have lived more, there's more years behind me than ahead of me. And I looked in the mirror, and although I know I'm attractive, but I'm saying, who is this senior lady? I don't feel like this inside. I still feel like I was years ago. I like to laugh and giggle with friends and just have a good time. You know, there's still that inner child, playful inner child in me. But what I realized is, regardless of chronological age, I'm ageless and timeless in spirit. It doesn't matter. I still have, and there's compensations too to being of a certain age. I have more wisdom, more confidence, but I've learned that age, chronological age, does not mean our age in spirit. One of the beauties of being in this teaching for so many years, I've seen a lot of role models from back 30 some years ago where they didn't accept that they were limited by age. Now, there's certain things I don't do in the physical realm. As a kid, I used to ride a skateboard. I'd get on a bump in the sidewalk and fall flat on my face and get up. I don't do that anymore. Another thing, no, I don't do that anymore. Another thing, years ago, I used to, 9:30 at night, I'd be getting ready to go out. None of that anymore. Now, none of that. But I find more joy in just being home with my cats. But I suppose if somebody wants to do that, go for it. I think my priorities changed. Ernest Holmes says there is no recognition in the age of truth, that everyone has their place in truth, that God does not within itself limit itself at a certain age. God is omnipresent. That's on page 59 in the textbook. I don't buy into that belief that you can't teach old dog new tricks. I feel like life, regardless of my age, is a learning experience. That's why I like to take classes here at the center. I like to read new books. And I enjoy, even though I've been retired 8 years, I still enjoy doing office substitute assignments with the school district. And I've learned more in the last 7 years since I've been working there than I did on my job before I retired. And I like being there because I have contact with young people, keeps me feeling young. So I'm just saying, never let the idea of age limit your quality of life. I've learned that to feel a passion for something, whether it's meeting new people, learning new things, that can be done at any age. Like I went to Europe 3 years ago. I regretted not doing that sooner, so I did it. If something I need to do, regret doing, I've learned do it now. As Louise Hay says, no, you are the perfect age, and so it is. So it is.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. Well, I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. Know that there's nothing I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. Well, I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. I'd go to the end of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Thank you, Jason. I do feel your love with your music. I have some announcements. First announcement, we have practitioners available after the service for a 2-minute tune-up. Practitioners, raise your hands. Yes, so take advantage. Also, there are practitioners available. You can contact one online. Go to cslgh.org. And next Wednesday at 7 p.m., we have the Singing Bowl Meditation with Wayne McDonald. Wayne, raise your hand. And there are donations at the door. The Law of Attraction group at 12:30 today. Contact Emily at joyvibrations@gmail.com. And then I have the Animal Kinship group that meets online at 1 p.m. and you can contact me or come see me after the service if you're interested, and I'll give you the Zoom link. Another exciting open mic is here on Wednesday, May 27th at 7 p.m. Spaces are filled. Please join the audience and be part of this exciting evening of community sharing. On May 30th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Braver Angels will host part 2 of their insightful documentary, Bridging the Gap. Come view the film and take part in the Q&A with the filmmaker. Please sign up. There's a sign-up sheet in Sparks Hall. Now we have this gratitude box. Chloe's coming up. Okay, let's.
Says I am thankful for
Spiritual
home, and I am blessed.
Yay, thank you. Thank you. So let's stand for our Declaration of Principles. We believe in one universal spirit manifesting through all, natural and incarnated in us. We believe that the universal spirit is personal too and reveals itself through everyone who recognizes its presence. We believe that our faith operates upon a law of mind which automatically manifests in our experience according to that faith. We believe in the unity of all life and in the immortality of the individual soul forever expanding. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the givingness of life to all.
Heaven's inside of me. Yes, heaven's inside of me. Oh, the spirit in nature, within and without. Now I know that God's right here, right now. Yes, heaven's inside of me. Well, heaven's inside of you. Yes, heaven's inside of you. Oh, the spirit in nature, within and without. Now that you know that God's right here, right now. Yes, heaven's inside of you.
Heaven's inside of us.
Heaven's inside of us. Yes, heaven's inside of us. Oh, the spirit in nature, within and without. Now that we know that God's right here, right now.
Heaven's inside of us.
Yes, heaven's inside of us. Yes, heaven's inside of us. Yes, heaven's inside of us. Oh, the spirit in nature, within and without. Now that I know that God's right here, right now. Yes, heaven's inside of us. Yes, heaven's inside of us. Yes, heaven's inside of us.
Yes, indeed, it is. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Kathy. And welcome to the Super Center for Spiritual Living, Granada Hills. It's been made a super center because of your contributions that we are then able to donate to central office, which entitled us to this blessing of being a super center. So welcome here. I see a couple of new people. Please know that you are most welcome here. We're delighted to have you with us this morning. Again, my name is Andrea Recht. I'm a practitioner here, and I get to share with you this morning, and it's my delight and privilege. So thank you, Reverend Maureen, for asking me to share in this way. I love the opportunity to do this because whenever I get to do it, it's an opportunity for me to take the talk title and dive a little deeper into it, and I always learn something really cool when I do that. So before we get started about that, I want to share with you, because we really want to be very transparent with this process that we're going through to find a new senior minister. So I want to let you know where we are in the process. So as of today, we have physically on hand 7 viable candidates, 4 gentlemen and 3 ladies. And we have 2 more applicants coming forward. We have posted our availability with central office, I guess, and we had the opportunity to renew. It was going to be taken down, or we had the opportunity to have the posting be taken down last Friday, I think it was. But we decided to keep it up because we want as big a pool as possible, because we know that the perfect candidate is coming forward. So we have extended the open pulpit announcement for another, we don't know until when, until we're satisfied with the perfect person. So where we are in the process is in the next week and a half, roughly, we're going to be scheduling 15-minute interviews on Zoom with the search committee and each candidate. where we will be asking them specific questions and getting a feel, a first impression kind of general sense of each of them. And after that is completed, we will determine as a committee which ones are going to be moving forward for a more extensive interview, which may require us to fly certain applicants in from out of state. And one of the things that you can do to help us with that is just add a little something, something to your donations every week. So that it's going to cost the church some money to bring people in and house them in a hotel, et cetera, et cetera. So once we determine which applicants we're going to move forward as candidates, at some point they will come here after they meet with the board, the practitioner corps, and the ministers. As we narrow it down, they will be presented to you in the form of a Friday night meet and greet kind of thing, and then a Saturday, how do you call it? Do they do a Saturday workshop? Yeah. No, okay. So, but something else happens on Saturday. Another meet and greet, and then Sunday they will present a talk to you and a workshop. And then after that process is completed, ultimately, as a congregation, you all get to vote and decide. So that's where we are. If you have questions about it, please ask. Not now, but you can ask me later on. You can ask Maureen. You can ask Nancy. It's Reverend Maureen, myself. Michael Tatlock is guiding us through the process because he's been through it several times. We have Beverly Scott is on the committee, and Vinu Alag is on the committee. So there we have it. Now, let's jump into the talk for this. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So it's a great theme this month. The theme is divine doubt. And you may ask yourselves, as I did, what's so divine about doubt? But there really is an opportunity for divinity to reveal itself in the process of being doubtful, or in the process of uncertainty, or in the process of waiting. The first week, we had Reverend Carlton, who spoke about self-doubt as a starting block. And he said something that has just stuck with me for these past several weeks. And he said, doubt is awareness knocking. And somehow that made a lot of sense to me. And I've been thinking about that a lot. The second week, we had Reverend Thor, who spoke to us about debuting the doubting self. And he said something really cool, too, that kind of changed my mind about this idea about doubt. He said that there's value in doubt if we approach it. You know, we had a whole month, the topic was what if. And if we approach doubt in that way, by asking, what would happen here if I believed in infinite possibility? Would that shift my ideas about doubt? Oh, I don't know if this could really happen. But wait, if I replace that with a divine idea that there is infinite possibilities, because spirit is all there is and spirit is infinite, does that make doubt then divine? In a way, I think it does. The talk title for today is Carrying Our Doubt Together. And we get to, in this talk, explore divine doubt by turning to the collective inner experience. You know, I asked this question in the first service, and I'm going to ask it today. Has anybody in here never experienced doubt? I don't see any hands. And I would venture to say that some of our doubts are communal, if you will. That I don't think I'm terminally unique in the things that I have doubted. I would venture to say that, that maybe some of us have similar doubts. I think that doubt as a human experience is one of the most common threads that we share. The central office talk notes always give us a question for contemplation. And the question for today is, what power and possibility lies in our collective doubts? Those doubts that we share amongst one another as part of our shared unconscious and as part of our shared humanity. And then the affirmation for today is, I share the power and potential of collective curiosity, because that's really what doubt is, isn't it? It's an opportunity to be curious. So I think there are times when, as we collectively witness some of the external events that are happening, even today, turmoil, the appearance of separation, the appearance of wars and rumors of wars, I think that it's possible that we share the weight of that uncertainty, that doubt. How is it that I can, why is all this happening? And how can I contribute to making this a world that works for everyone? What is mine to do? So doubt then becomes both personal and communal. I mean, this is community. This is community in which we get to share these kinds of things. And I would venture to say that sharing our doubts amongst one another calls us and invites us into deeper action, a deeper sense of courage, both individually and collectively. And then I love this idea that, what can I do? What can I do? Well, the answer is in the question, if you just switch the words around. I do what I can. What can I do? I do what I can. And one of the things that I can do is bring my doubts into conversation with you and be vulnerable with one another. And that allows us, I think that strengthens spiritual community, because it allows us to connect more deeply when we're vulnerable with each other and when I share with you what I'm doubting, what I'm scared of. And then I recognize that my doubts aren't isolating. I don't need to hide. I have a tendency, if I'm upset or depressed, to stay home and stay in bed and put the covers over my head and disconnect the phone and pull down the shades, up until now. That has sometimes been a pattern of mine. But if I come in here and share with you what my concerns are, what my fears are, what my doubts are, I don't need to isolate. And I think it creates a fertile ground for a deeper spiritual development. Spiritual community. Honoring and permitting doubt is not a weakness, but it strengthens us. I want to switch gears for a second to this essay. You know, the talk notes this month have focused on Howard Thurman and a couple of his essays. And I don't know, I didn't resonate with the essay that they quoted in the talk notes, but I found one that I really, really love, and I want to share it with you. And it's called The Inescapable Divine. And it's from his book called For the Inward Journey. I think there's two books, The Inward Journey and For the Inward Journey. And this one is from For the Inward Journey. It's a little bit long, but I think, we're awake now at the 10:30 service. So hopefully I haven't bored you to the point of wanting to take a nap yet. But you might after this. I don't know. I love this essay. So I want to share it with you because it's really about the idea of waiting. But to me, waiting and doubting have a lot in common. If I'm waiting for clarity, I might be doubting something. So if you hear the essay and you switch the word waiting with doubting, you'll see that they both work. But I'm going to read it as it's written. And it says this: waiting is a window opening on many landscapes. For some, waiting means the cessation of all activity, when energy is gone and exhaustion is all that the heart can manage. It's the long, slow panting of the spirit. Have you ever felt like that when you were doubting something? It's exhausting. For some, waiting is a time of intense preparation for the next leg of the journey. Here, at last, comes a moment when forces can be realigned and a new attack upon an old problem set in order. Or it may be a time for reassessment of all plans and of checking past failures against present insight. Waiting may be the long moment ahead when the landscape stretches far in many directions and the chance to select one's way among many choices cannot be denied. For some, waiting is a sense of disaster of the soul. Have you ever doubted, this is me now, not him, have you ever doubted so much that you felt like you were kind of being crushed and your soul was being sucked out of you by some external force? I think that's what he's talking about. Waiting can be a sense of disaster of the soul. The last hiding place has been abandoned because the idea of escape is without meaning. Here is no fear, no panic, only the sheer excruciation of utter disaster. It's a kind of emotional blackout in the final moment before the crash. Okay, there's good news in this, so I'll get to that. I know it sounds awful, but I don't know about you. I have felt this way at times in my life. That everything was crashing down upon me, and there was no escape. I have felt that sense of utter despair. And if you haven't, bless your little heart. I'll tell you what, I don't feel that way so much anymore. But I have felt that way in the past. The passage through the zone of treacherous quiet. Oh, it's awful. Now here's the good news. For many, waiting is something more than all of this, as is doubting, can be something more than all of this. It's the experience of recovering balance when catapulted from one's place. Oh God, disaster. Wait a minute. I'm going to be okay. It's the quiet forming of a pattern of recollection in which there is called into focus the fragmentary values from many encounters of many kinds in a lifetime of living. It's to watch a gathering darkness until all light is swallowed up completely without the power to interfere or bring it to a halt. But then, in that darkness, to continue one's journey with one's footsteps guided by the illumination of remembered radiance. Oh, that double rainbow that I saw. Oh, that hummingbird that landed just outside my reach. The magic of life, the illumination of remembered radiance. This is to know courage of a peculiar kind, the courage to demand the light, to continue to be light, even in the surrounding darkness. When we have the authority to stand up and say, no, you're not going to swallow me up, darkness, because I have this remembered radiance that illuminates my way, even when the darkness is attempting to swallow me up. I've felt like that when I've been doubting Thomas. That's a song. My name isn't Thomas. Or I wasn't doubting someone named Thomas. I was a doubting Thomas. And I felt this way. To walk in the light while darkness invades, envelops, and surrounds us. This is to wait on the Lord. This is to know the renewal of strength. This is to walk and faint not. And then he quotes Psalm 139. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend to heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. For the darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Because Spirit is everywhere. In my moments of doubt, in the darkness. I love Tara Brach. I don't know if any of you know her. She's she's Judaist. She's just Jewish Buddhist. She's Judaist. And she's a teacher of mindful compassion, and she teaches the concept of radical acceptance. And she refers to self-doubt as a trance of unworthiness, a trance, hypnotized by it. And she says that at the heart of the spiritual path is compassion. And at the heart of compassion is compassion for ourselves. We need to step out of this trance of, oh, there's something wrong with me, by recognizing it and responding with kindness. And then, who would I be if I trusted my inner goodness? Who would I be if I sensed there's nothing wrong? God is good and only good, gracious, the highest good. And if God is all there is and God is only good, do the math. It's all good, because it's all God. So even in those moments of despair, I can remember. I can remember to remember. Another one of my favorite teachers is Pema Chodron. She's another Tibetan Buddhist nun. And she talks a lot about this subject. And she views doubt not as a problem to be solved, but as a gateway to awakening, awareness knocking at our door. She refers to doubt as groundlessness. And she says that sticking with that uncertainty, getting the knack of relaxing in the midst of chaos, learning not to panic, this is the spiritual path. That's it. I have a friend who's going through this process. And it's painful for him. I don't know that he has all the tools that some of us have. You know, we're all at different paths on this. We're all at different stages on this path, right? Some of us have been around for a long time. Some of us are just hearing these ideas for the first time. And, you know, I'm watching him as he's in the process of doubting and waiting and crying and suffering. And I love this idea in this essay that says, you know, that there's waiting or doubting is a window opening on many landscapes. There's many different paths that we can choose to climb our way out. And if we approach this idea of doubt and or waiting and or groundlessness, call it what you want, they kind of have similar qualities in terms of how they make me feel. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying? Anyway, there's many paths to, I guess, recovery, you know, coming out of that trance. I've been in a trance of unworthiness for, not anymore, I want to tell you, but I lived in a trance of unworthiness for decades. I'm not kidding you. And I have a birthday coming up. I'm going to be 74. And I know I look fabulous. Thank you. Hard to believe, isn't it? But I've been in that trance. And I lived in that trance for a very long time. I don't live in that trance anymore. And I think it's for a number of reasons, but primarily I think because of this philosophy, teaching, way of life, religion, I don't care what you call it, these universal spiritual principles have enabled me. It's been the ladder for me to climb out of the hole that I was in. Recovery, AA, the 12 steps, and these universal spiritual principles. I don't want to live in that trance anymore. And every now and then I think, oh, wait, wait. Don't go down there again. And so I share with you. Oh, we're tying it all together now. Isn't that brilliant? Yes. I didn't even intend to do it that way. But then I come here and I share with you. I call Nancy, I call Maureen, I call Vinu, I call someone and say, hey, I'm going down the rabbit hole. Throw me a lifeline. Okay, remember who you are. Who are you? Who do you think you are? A divine and perfect emanation of pure spirit. I mean, that's who I am. That's who we are. And then I'm like, oh, I have no business feeling less than. Because then who am I? If I'm putting myself down, who and what am I putting down? Sorry? If I believe that my life is the life of infinite intelligence, pure spirit, that I am an emanation of the one life, and then I go and criticize myself, oh, you look so old, oh, you're so fat, oh, who am I dissing? Who am I? See, I'm really not 70, almost 74, dissing. Anyway, look, we have choices. That's what it boils down to. And when I stand in the truth of who I am, I don't need to worry about feeling groundless. I don't need to worry about being in a trance of unworthiness. It all stems from a sense of separation. Every single time I'm going down that rabbit hole, I forget who I am. I'm in separation. Then I do a treatment. God is all there is. My life is the life of God. All is well. I'm grateful. I release this word. So it is. Done. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Centered again. So let's take this into prayer, shall we? Let's take the eternal now moment and turn within. Just appreciating the eternal nowness of this moment, this now, right now. And take this opportunity to breathe in that wonderful truth that God is. To breathe in that wonderful truth that God is all there is. How grateful I am for this opportunity to not only know that God is all there is, that God is everywhere present, always and in all ways, all the time, to recognize and realize that it must be right here expressing as my life. Oh, how grateful I am for this opportunity to unify, to consciously unify. My life is the life of God. I am a unique and perfect way that infinite intelligence is expressing as love, as peace, as beauty, as joy, as compassion, as prosperity and creativity, and everything that I can think that God is, I am. I know this same truth for each of us within the sound of my voice, for each of us gathered here in this center, for those who are joining us online, and for everyone, everywhere, all the time, always, and in all ways, each a unique and perfect expression of infinite intelligence, infinite possibilities. How grateful I am for this opportunity to announce and to declare and to proclaim that there is divinity in this thing that we call doubt. It's curiosity. It's awareness knocking at my door. It's an opportunity for me to remember, to recognize, to accept that all is well. All is well. How grateful I am for this opportunity to know that every time I think I'm going down the rabbit hole and falling into this idea, this trance of unworthiness or this groundlessness, that I can stop and stand up and declare there is light. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it is not an oncoming train. It is the light of infinite potential, the light of possibility, the light of peace and beauty and joy and love, the light that surrounds me and envelops me, and the darkness has no power over me. I declare this truth for each of us here. How grateful I am to know that I leave here differently than I came here, that I've had the opportunity to explore this idea from a different perspective. And I have another tool in my tool belt. How grateful I am. And so now I can simply release this word. I can release this word spoken with the authority of one who knows that God is and God is all there is. I can release it now with faith and conviction, knowing full well that it is so, because this prayer was answered before it was spoken. And for this, I give thanks with a heart overflowing with gratitude, pressed down and overflowing with gratitude and certainty that it is so. So I release it to that aspect of infinite intelligence that we call law, which always and only says, yes, my beloved, yes, it is so. And so in agreement with this word spoken, we simply affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Thank you.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when the evening falls so hard, yes, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, yes, like a bridge over troubled water. I'll lay me down. We sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down, yes, like a bridge over troubled water. Yes, I will ease your mind.
Isn't that, I mean, he's brilliant. I just love the way you take every song you do and make it your own. That's so beautiful thing. I never know where you're going with it either. It's like, whoa, that was a surprise. That was beautiful. Thank you, Jason Goldstein. This is our conscious giving time. Aren't you excited? Yes. Conscious giving. So the invitation now is to just throw in an extra couple bucks for the, the expenses that we're going to incur searching for our new minister. It's an option. You don't have to. It's a choice. But it is our time to consciously give. And so if you'd like to place your giving contribution over your heart and say this with us, divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of our supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my center, knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. So come on up if you have a gift for us today. Here's the basket, and then we'll sing our giving song.
Spirit gives through me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit gives through us, Spirit receives through us, Spirit lives and breathes through us. Spirit lives and breathes through us.
And so it is with an eternally grateful heart that we give thanks for the gifts that have come forth in this manner. We give thanks for the gifts that have come forth through the mail, through the online giving opportunities, knowing that these gifts in the form of money serve to enhance our programs here at the center, and they serve to enhance the community of Granada Hills, the city of Los Angeles, the state of California. And by virtue of these gifts, we know that the entire universe, the country, the entire universe is uplifted and shifted into greater ways of being and knowing these spiritual principles. So I give thanks for all the funds that have come forth in this way, knowing that they return to each of us abundantly. And so it is. So let me thank you all for being here today. What a wonderful gathering. I'm happy you were all here. It wouldn't have been the same without you, honestly. Welcome to the new person who's here. You can raise your hand so everybody can bombard you after service and come ask you all about your personal stuff. So let's give a big hand of love to Jason Goldstein. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Our guys in the back, the boys in the back, Evan and Ian, thank you. And thank you all for being here. It's wonderful to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful week. Come see Wayne on Wednesday night. And then next Wednesday is our open mic, which is going to be a lot of fun. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. We want you to join us. And I'm going to invite Reverend Kathy up to pray us out.
Okay, let's take a breath. And as I speak in the first person for everyone here and online, how grateful I am to have embodied this beautiful service for the past hour. And I recognize this presence, this power, which is God, and that is faith and trust and assurance and love. And I am one with God with its faith, trust, assurance, and love. So I make this affirmation declaration that I am an embodiment of that God, faith, trust, love, and assurance. I know right now that any time I have doubt, it is simply an opportunity, a springboard to wake up to my inner divinity, that I'm lovable, capable, and worthy of the highest and best in my life. And I have this faith, trust, and confidence that all is well. And I'm so grateful for having this beautiful community, a community where we're loving and supportive to one another. And so I give thanks right now for that faith, trust, assurance, and love that is in my life right now. And so with grateful heart, I release my word to the law. It is done, it is so, and together we say, and so it is.
Please join me in singing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as the power, united all our way. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment